Lord my God, in this moment when my heart feels too heavy to bear, when even breathing sometimes becomes difficult, I come before you as someone who can no longer hide their pain. I cry out, Father, because inside me there is a storm no one sees, an anxiety that tightens my chest, thoughts that won't quiet down, fears that rise like strong waves trying to drown me, confusing feelings that come and go without warning. And even so, Lord, it is to you that I turn, because your word tells me that you are close to the brokenhearted and save those who are crushed in spirit. So I cling to that promise now with all my strength, like someone holding on to the last rope in the middle of a storm, like someone who refuses to give up. Father, you know every detail of my soul, every layer, every memory, every hidden wound. Even before I speak, you already know what troubles me, what hurts me, what keeps me awake at night. You see the tears that don't fall, the hidden sighs, the racing thoughts I can't even organize. You even know what I cannot explain. And still, Lord, I am here, not because I am strong, not because I have answers, but because I need you. I desperately need you, more than anything. Lord, there are moments when anxiety seems to take over everything. It invades my mind without permission, steals my peace, distorts my vision. It makes problems seem bigger than they really are. It makes tomorrow feel frightening. It makes me feel small, weak, lost, incapable, as if I won't be able to handle it. But now, Father, even in the midst of this, I choose to remember that you are greater than all of it, greater than any fear, greater than any anguish, greater than any thought that tries to paralyze me, greater even than what I can understand. My God, how many times have I tried to fix everything on my own? How many times have I carried burdens that were not mine? How many times have I tried to control what only you can guide? How many times have I pushed myself beyond what I could bear? And all of this only increased the exhaustion within me, only increased the distress, only deepened the emptiness. But today, here in this moment of prayer, I recognize that I can no longer live like this. I don't want to live like this anymore. I was not created to carry all of this alone. I place before you, Father, everything that has been causing anxiety in my heart, without holding back, without hiding anything, every worry, every hidden fear, every uncertainty about the future, every pain from the past that still echoes within me, every word that hurt me, every situation I cannot resolve, every frustrated expectation. I surrender it all now into your hands, trusting that you know exactly what to do. Lord, your word says, cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you. So I cast it, Father. I cast it now, little by little if necessary, even if it's difficult. Even if part of me still tries to hold on, I choose to trust. I choose to believe that you care for me, that you have not abandoned me, that you are here, very near, even when I don't feel it, even when everything seems silent. Father, embrace my heart in this moment. Surround me with your presence. Calm the thoughts that won't stop. Silence the inner voices that accuse me, that frighten me, that make me doubt. Breathe your peace over me, that peace which surpasses all understanding, that peace that does not depend on circumstances, that peace that fills, sustains, and remains, that peace that comes only from you. Lord, enter the deepest places of my soul, those I cannot even reach, touch where no one else can touch, heal what is wounded, restore what is broken, strengthen what is weak, rebuild what has been destroyed, because I know that you do not reject a broken heart. You do not despise those who surrender to you with sincerity. My God, I confess that there are moments when I feel lost, moments when I don't know which path to follow, moments when fear of what might happen completely paralyzes me, moments when everything feels too uncertain. But now I choose to trust that you are already in my tomorrow, that you have already prepared the way, that you are working even when I don't see it, even when I don't understand, even when everything seems still. Lord, teach me to rest in you. Teach me to trust even without understanding. Teach me to surrender even when it hurts. Teach me to wait even when everything in me wants to run. Teach me to remain steadfast, because I know that those who wait on the Lord renew their strength. They soar on wings like eagles. They run and do not grow weary. They walk and do not faint. And I want to live this truth. Father, remove from me this burden that does not belong to me. Remove from me this need to control everything. Remove from me this constant fear that tries to dominate me. Remove from me this restlessness that consumes me, and in its place, put your presence, put your security, put your peace, that peace that guards the heart and the mind. Lord, I don't want just temporary relief. I want true transformation. I want a heart firmly rooted in you. I want a mind renewed by your truth. I want to learn to live by faith, not by fear, by trust, not by anxiety, by hope, not by anguish. And even now, as I pray, I begin to feel something different, something subtle but real. Not because everything around me has changed, but because you are beginning to change something within me. As if a light were entering where there was once only darkness, as if a breath of life were reaching forgotten places, as if hope were being born where there was once only despair. Father, continue this process in me. Do not stop, even if it is step by step, even if it is little by little, even if I don't notice it right away. I surrender to you. I allow you to work within me. I allow you to reorganize my thoughts, to align my heart with your will, to shape me according to your purpose. And as I remain here in your presence, I don't want to rush away. I don't want to return to the same state as before. I want to go deeper. I want to draw closer. I want to hear more of your voice. I want to learn to recognize your care in every detail. So Lord, keep speaking to me. Keep touching my heart. Keep guiding me with patience and love. Because I know this prayer does not end here. It is only beginning to deepen even more. And I am ready to continue this encounter with you, day after day, in your presence, where my soul finally begins to find rest, true, secure, and lasting rest. Lord, as I remain here in your presence, feeling this beginning of peace, gently yet truly touching my inner being, I realize that there is still so much within me that needs to be surrendered, like deep layers of my soul that have been formed over time, almost without me noticing. Old fears, insecurities I've learned to hide, thoughts that have become silent habits. And I know, Father, that you do not desire to simply relieve the surface. You desire to transform the deepest parts of my being, what no one else can see. So I don't run from this moment. I don't look away. I don't try to distract myself. I place myself before you with everything I am, with everything I carry, without masks, without defenses. Because I know that before you, I don't need to pretend to be strong. I don't need to appear okay. I can simply be. I can simply surrender and trust that you receive me exactly as I am, with love, with patience, with grace. Father, there are roots of anxiety within me that I cannot even explain. Deep, invisible roots that sometimes surface without warning. Sometimes they come suddenly. Sometimes they are fed by memories, by uncertainties, by situations that feel out of my control. And I confess, Lord, that this exhausts me. It tires my mind. It tires my heart. It tires my faith. It feels like it slowly drains my strength. But even in this exhaustion, I remember that your word says, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." So I come, Lord. I come once again. Even tired, even without strength, I come. I bring to you not only my current worries, but also everything that has been building up over time. All that I have been holding in, swallowing, ignoring, thinking that with time it would pass. But in reality, it only went deeper within me, creating weight, creating tension, creating unrest. Today, I no longer want to carry this alone. Today, I choose to release this burden, even if it is hard, even if it hurts to let go. Lord, enter my memories. Enter the moments that marked me deeply, the situations that produced fear, the words that wounded me and kept echoing, the experiences that created insecurity. Come, Father, with your light, with your truth, and redefine all of this within me. Because I know that you are able to turn pain into learning, wounds into healing, tears into testimony, the past into growth. Father, how many times has anxiety made me believe lies, subtle yet powerful lies, lies that I am not capable, that something bad will happen, that I won't make it, that I am alone, that there is no way out, that everything will go wrong. But now, before you, I reject these lies. I no longer accept living under them, and I choose to embrace your truth, even if I am still learning. Your truth says that I am not alone, that you are with me every day, in every moment. Your truth says that you are my refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Your truth says that even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, because you are with me, and that is enough. Lord, help me replace thoughts of fear with thoughts of faith. Help me renew my mind with your word daily. Help me not to feed what afflicts me, but what strengthens me. Help me choose wisely what I allow to grow within me, because I know that what I feed will grow. And today I choose to feed your presence, your truth, your peace within me. Father, guard my mind, protect my thoughts with your care, filter what enters, because anxiety often begins there, quietly, and when I realize it, it has already taken over. So I ask you, Lord, place a guard over my mind. Teach me to be watchful. Teach me to discern. Teach me to stop what does not come from you before it grows. Lord, I also surrender my future to you. This future that so often causes me worry. This future that I try to predict, control, and organize in every detail. But that is actually completely in your hands. And I recognize that now with humility. My tomorrow belongs to you, and that is safe. I do not know what will happen. I do not know which paths I will have to walk. I do not know what challenges will come. I do not know how certain things will be resolved, but I know who goes with me, and that changes everything. Because when you are present, even the unknown becomes safe, even uncertainty becomes bearable. Father, increase my faith, strengthen my trust, sustain my heart, because there are moments when I waver, moments when fear speaks louder, moments when anxiety tries to dominate and shout within me. But I do not want to live like this. I no longer accept living like this. I want to truly trust in you deeply. Lord, teach me to rest, not only physically, but spiritually. Teach me to let go. Teach me to truly surrender. Teach me to trust without reservation. Because many times I say I have surrendered, but I am still holding on. Still worried. Still anxious. But today I want to be different. Today I want to truly trust, even if it is one step at a time. Father, I give you what I cannot control. I give you what is completely beyond my reach. I give you what frightens me, what steals my peace. Because I know that nothing escapes your control. Nothing is beyond your sight. Nothing surprises you. You are in control of everything. Lord, calm my heart. Quiet this inner turmoil that consumes me. Bring order where there is confusion. Bring clarity where there is doubt. Bring lightness where there is heaviness. Bring balance where there is excess. Because I know that your presence brings all of this, and far more than I can imagine. Father, I also thank you. Even before I see external changes happening, I thank you because you are already working behind the scenes. Because you are already working within me, in silence. Because this prayer is already producing something new in my heart, something that will still blossom. Thank you, Lord, because you hear me. Because you do not ignore my cry. Because you care for me personally. Because you draw near to me in this moment. This alone is enough to bring hope to my heart, enough to sustain me. And as this hope begins to grow within me, as this peace begins to settle more firmly, I feel that you still want to go deeper, still want to touch deeper areas, still want to lead me to a level of surrender I may have never experienced before, a more intimate place with you. And I do not want to resist, Father. I do not want to interrupt this process. I do not want to stop halfway. I do not want to turn back out of fear. I want to continue. I want to move forward. I want to fully surrender to what you are doing in me, even if I don't understand everything. So continue, Lord. Continue to shape me with your love. Continue to transform me with your truth. Continue to speak to me clearly and consistently, because I know that what you have started here does not end now. On the contrary, it is only going deeper, and I am ready to enter this deeper place with you, where anxiety loses its power, where fear is silenced, and where your presence becomes all that I need, today and forever. Lord, now as I continue before you in silence and surrender, I realize that I am no longer in the same place as when I began. Something within me has been touched. Something has begun to be reorganized in a subtle yet profound way. My thoughts are being aligned, my emotions are being calmed, but I also sense very clearly that you are calling me to an even deeper level, a place where there are no more reservations, where there is no more human control, Only complete surrender, absolute trust. And, Father, it is here that I confess sincerely. This part scares me, because to fully surrender means letting go of what I still try to hold on to so tightly. It means trusting even when I see no guarantees. It means walking by faith when everything in me still asks for proof, answers, confirmation. It means releasing the control I have tried to maintain for so long. And yet, Lord, even with this fear, I choose to take this step. I choose to move forward. I remember now your word in Proverbs, which says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding." And that is exactly what you are teaching me here in this moment. Not to depend on what I understand, on what I can foresee, on what I can control, but to depend entirely on you, even when it does not make sense to my eyes. Father, I surrender. I surrender to your will. I surrender to your timing. I surrender to your ways. I surrender to your processes, even when they do not make sense to me, even when they look different from what I expected, even when they require patience, silence, waiting, perseverance. I surrender, Lord, consciously, intentionally, because I recognize that anxiety is often born from trying to control what belongs to you. It is born from the illusion that I need to have all the answers before moving forward. It is born from the fear of not knowing what comes next, of not being certain about tomorrow. But now, Father, I let go of that. I release it. I don't need to know everything. I don't need to control everything. I don't need to fix everything. I just need to trust in you, fully. Lord, receive this surrender now, not just words spoken in prayer, but a real firm decision, a decision that comes from the deepest part of my heart, to stop fighting alone, to stop trying to carry what is beyond my strength, to stop holding what you never asked me to carry, to finally rest in you. Father, I lay at your feet all the anxiety that still remains, even the kind that insists on returning, even the kind that feels persistent, repetitive. I will no longer feed it. I will no longer give it space. I will no longer allow it to govern my thoughts, my emotions, my decisions, because now, Lord, I choose for your truth to govern my mind. I choose for your presence to govern my heart. I choose for your peace to govern my inner being, continually. Lord, fill me now. Fill every space that was once occupied by anxiety, worry, and unrest. Fill it with your peace, with your presence, with your security, with your stability. Because I know that when you fill a place, there is no room left for fear, no room left for despair. Father, strengthen my identity in you. Remind me constantly of who I am. Remind me that I am your child, that I am loved, that I am cared for, that I am protected, that I am not abandoned to chance, that there is purpose over my life. Because so often anxiety tries to disconnect me from this truth. It tries to distort my identity. It tries to make me forget who I am in you. But now, Lord, I take my stand. I take my stand on your truth. I take my stand on your word. I take my stand in faith, even if it is still growing. Even if circumstances do not change immediately, even if problems still exist around me, even if the situation still seems uncertain, confusing, I decide to remain firm because my peace does not come from circumstances. It does not come from control. It comes from you alone. Lord, I also surrender time to you, because often it is the waiting that creates anxiety. It is the not yet that unsettles me. It is the silence that bothers me. It is the delay that challenges my faith. But today, I choose to trust that your timing is perfect, complete, without flaw. If it has not happened yet, it is because it is not the right time. If it has not changed yet, it is because you are still working behind the scenes. If it has not come yet, it is because you are preparing something greater, better, more complete than I can imagine. Father, help me to rest in this process. Help me not to panic in the waiting. Help me not to doubt in the silence. Help me not to step back when everything seems still. Help me to keep trusting, even without seeing, because I know you are never still, even when I do not see. You are moving, even when I do not feel. You are working, even when everything seems silent. Heaven is in motion on my behalf, in ways I cannot perceive. Lord, I also surrender my deepest fears, those I barely speak of, those I even hide from myself. The fear of loss, the fear of failure, the fear of not being enough, the fear of what could go wrong, the fear of the unknown. I place all of this before you now, holding nothing back. And in return, I receive your courage. I receive your strength. I receive your confidence. I receive your peace. Because your word says that you have not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. So I reject fear. I no longer accept living under it. And I receive what comes from you as truth over my life. Father, let something be sealed within me in this moment, something firm, deep, unshakable, a conscious decision, a real transformation. Let this prayer not be just a passing moment, but a milestone, a turning point, a moment of change in my spiritual life, in the way I live. From this point on, Lord, let me no longer live dominated by anxiety, but led by faith, sustained by your presence. From this point on, let me no longer be governed by fear, but by trust in you. From this point on, let my heart find true rest, not in circumstances, not in answers, but in your constant presence. Lord, I feel that I am being led into a place of peace that I cannot fully explain, a peace that does not depend on answers, a peace that does not depend on guarantees, a peace that simply exists because you are here, present, real. And I want to remain in this place, not only now, but every day. I want to live from this place. I want to carry this peace with me into every day, into every situation, into every challenge, into every moment of my life. But I know, Father, that there is still one final step, something still being established within me, something being solidified in a definitive way. There is still a powerful closing that you are preparing, something that will not only seal this prayer, but will firmly strengthen my spirit, establish a new foundation within me. And I am ready, Lord, with an open heart, ready for this moment, ready to complete this journey with you, ready to declare with even greater strength, with even deeper conviction, the faith that is now beginning to be firmly established within me, and that will no longer be shaken as it once was. Before continuing this prayer, if it has already touched your heart in any way, even in a subtle way, I invite you, leave a like, write in the comments what you are surrendering to God today, what has been weighing on you, and subscribe to the channel The Meaning of the Bible, because this message can reach even more lives that also need this peace, this comfort, this direction. And now, with an open heart, continue with me in the presence of the Lord. Lord my God, after everything that has been poured out here, after every word spoken, every sincere surrender, every invisible tear that only you saw and received, after every thought that was aligned, every emotion that was touched, I come before you in this final moment with a different heart, not perfect, but transformed, not free from challenges, but filled with a peace that was not here before, a peace that is now beginning to take root within me. Father, I thank you deeply. I thank you because you heard me, because at no moment did you step away, because while I was speaking, you were already working in areas I couldn't even perceive. While I was crying inside, you were already comforting me. While my mind was confused, you were already bringing order, bringing clarity. This alone, Lord, is more than enough proof that you are real, present, attentive, and faithful at all times. Thank you because you fulfilled your word. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted. And I felt that in a real way. I felt your closeness. I felt your presence surrounding me like an embrace. I felt that I am not alone. I never have been. Father, now I no longer speak only of pain. I speak of trust. I no longer speak only of anxiety. I speak of rest. I no longer speak only of fear. I speak of living faith. Because something has changed within me. Something has been repositioned. Something has been healed, even if it is still in process. And even if the world outside still looks the same, even if circumstances have not fully changed yet, I know with conviction that the real change has already begun, here, within my heart, within my mind, within my spirit. Lord, I now seal everything that was generated in this prayer. Every word, every decision, every surrender, every letting go. Let none of it be lost. Let none of it be stolen by time or distractions. Let none of it weaken, but instead, let it grow, strengthen, deepen, and become a living part of my walk with you every single day. Father, when anxiety tries to return, and I know that at times it may, whether subtly or intensely, remind me of this moment. Remind me of this prayer. Remind me of this peace I am feeling now. Remind me that I have already placed everything in your hands, and that I do not need to take it back. When negative thoughts arise, help me recognize that they do not come from you, and give me discernment and strength to replace them with your truth, with your word, with your light. When fear tries to speak louder, remind me that you are with me, that I do not walk alone, that there is a God who sustains me. When my heart wants to panic, teach me to breathe in your presence, to pause, to slow down, to trust, to rest in you again. Lord, I ask you for something even deeper now. Not only that you give me peace, but that you make me someone who carries your peace constantly, so that wherever I go, that peace may reach others, that through my life, my words, my actions, others may also find rest in you. Father, transform the pain I felt into a living testimony. Transform this anxiety into learning. Transform this moment into a spiritual milestone, a turning point, a before and after in my journey. Because I know that nothing is wasted when it is placed in your hands. Absolutely nothing. Lord, strengthen my walk from this point forward. Let me not return to old patterns. Let me not go back to carrying unnecessary burdens. Let me not return to living dominated by anxiety, fear, and constant worry. But let me live daily aware of your presence, sensitive to your voice. Teach me, Father, to begin my days with you, to surrender everything to you from the very start, even before worries arise, to not allow the accumulation of thoughts to take space, to keep my heart aligned with yours, firm in you. Teach me to trust in the small details, in the small decisions, in the small moments of waiting, in the small answers, because I know that it is in the everyday, in the simple, in the consistent, that faith is built, strengthened, and matured. Lord, I declare now, with all the conviction within me, with all the faith that is beginning to take root, I am no longer dominated by anxiety. I am no longer a slave to fear. I am no longer held captive by my thoughts. I belong to you. I am cared for by you. I am protected by you, and your peace dwells in me permanently. Father, let this truth echo within me every day. Let it be stronger than any passing emotion, stronger than any circumstance. Let it be the foundation of my spiritual life, the base of my journey. Lord, I also thank you for the future, even without seeing it clearly, because now I know it is secure in you. And that is enough. That brings me rest. That brings me renewed hope. I no longer need to live worried about tomorrow, because you are already there, preparing, caring, aligning everything. I no longer need to try to predict everything, because you have already prepared the way perfectly. I only need to walk step by step with you in trust. And that is enough. That is sufficient for me. Father, I close this prayer not with an ending, but as a new beginning, the beginning of a lighter life, more trusting, more surrendered, more aware of your presence, closer to you in every moment. May your presence remain with me. May your peace accompany me in every decision. May your voice guide me in every direction. May your spirit strengthen me in every weakness. And whenever I need, on any day, at any time, may I remember that I can return here, to this place of encounter with you, where anxiety loses its power, where fear dissolves, and where your love becomes greater than everything, stronger than everything. Thank you, Lord, for everything, for who you are, and for what you have done in me today, in this moment. I praise you, I honor you, and I trust in you, completely, without reservation. In Jesus' name, amen. And if this prayer spoke to you, don't leave without doing this. Leave a like, share in the comments what God placed on your heart today, what you decided to surrender, and subscribe to the channel, The Meaning of the Bible. Because here together we seek meaning, faith, and transformation every day, walking step by step, and may the peace of God be with you, today, tomorrow, and always.